Alright. Okay. Sorry. Refresh if you can. It's like a short refresh. Okay, I think we're good. I hope. I fucking hope so. I don't know what the hell happened, but like everything just kind of hit. Looks good? Okay. Thanks. Well, now my Chocobo can have space barding. It's a good thing I hadn't started the fucking story yet. Excuse me. How you doing, Caffeine? How you be? Welcome in. All I did was eat fried chicken on stream and it killed my internet. I just did this. That's all I did. Alright, hopefully we don't have any more it keeps telling me dropped frames. Spent the past 4 days grinding my Dawn Trail Relic for my Reaper. Hell yeah. Yeah, I got White Mage up. I still need to get back into the grind because the only ones I'm missing I haven't maxed them all out, but I have been collecting all of the base level ones, and the only ones I'm still missing are Ninja, Bard. I think I'm missing Bard. Am I missing Bard? Yeah, I think, no, Phantom Heart Bow. I do have the Bard. Okay, so I'm just missing Ninja, Warrior, Paladin, Dark Knight, Scholar, Sage, and Astrologian. Next, and we won't get the next phase till patch 7.55. Yeah, which means I have some time to work on getting them all. Yeah, I have White Mage maxed out, but then I also have Gunbreaker at level 2. Pictomancer level 1, Red Mage level 1, Black Mage at level 2, Summoner at level 1, yeah, and then I need, oh no, I do have Ninja. I did get Ninja. No, I didn't. Okay. I have Viper to level 2. I have Monk level 1, Samurai level 1, Dragoon level 1, Reaper level 1, Machinist level 2, because it's fucking hilarious looking, Dancer level 1, and Bard level 1. Yeah, so the only ones I'm missing are the other tanks and the other healers, and then Ninja. Because, you know, I can. Oh, I can't wait for Beastmaster to come out. I want it. I kind of went a little hard in this game. Just a little bit. Just a little heavy. So I'm micro-leveling all classes. I mean, it took me a while. Yeah, I've been playing this game since A Realm Reborn. So, like, since the closed beta of A Realm Reborn, actually. So, it's taken me some time. But I will tell you this. Fucking Duty Finder is an amazing thing to help you get through levels, man. Just pick a specific class and just fucking be like, I'm a power level. Just definitely, yeah. It also kind of helped a little bit for me with like, so what I would do is I would essentially be like, okay, because before Heaven's Ward came out, I got at least every single class, I got them all to 30. Because 30 was when you could get your multi-class. You could get the job. And it was back at a time when you had to multi-class to get the job. So you had to be like 15 in one class and 30 in another to unlock the job. Yeah, so I had all these starting ones at 30. And then once I got to Stormblood, once that came out and I beat it, because White Mage is my primary. I'm a White Mage main. So once I got that to 70 at the time, I was like, you know what, I need to work on getting everything. So essentially what I did was I was like, I'm gonna get everything up to 50. Then once everything was at 50, then I would go, okay, now I'm gonna get everything to 60. Then I'm gonna get everything to 70, then to 80, then 90, then 100. And so I just did that. It's like I'd pick a class and be like, cool, we're going from 30 to 50, then we're going from 50 to 60, and then and it's like, cool, gonna go from 50 to 60 for Paladin, then we're gonna go 50 to 60 on Warrior, then we're gonna go, and I just kept doing that, and eventually I got everything to 100. Crafting, on the other hand, was a bit more of a struggle. Kryle. In Fate's footsteps. Kryle has a wistful glint in her eyes. Story. I trust you were able to get plenty of rest. Good. I thought we might take a moment to ponder our next steps, and perhaps reflect on our recent journey. I must admit, my thoughts often drift to the Mist Continent in our stay in Treno. It was heartening to see the Malala prosper despite the odds, and my own flesh and blood strive in that levin-racked landscape. Sphene was eager to restore diplomatic relations, and I have no doubt that Alexandria will provide much-needed support for their neighbor. I, too, shall do everything I can to aid my home away from home, my wonderful, welcoming family included. For the time being, though, I'd say we've accomplished all within our power. I suppose that leaves just the matter of preservation's research. It is yet unclear how Calyx learned the techniques he used to summon his Dark Primal. Cannot take the tiny baby people seriously. Yeah, the Lalafels, I can't either. And there is likewise much that remains unknown about the key. Let us hope that Shale's efforts bears more fruit. Can you hear me? Shale and I have been reviewing the decrypted files and have uncovered some intriguing details. Would you care to join us? We'll be with you right away. Excellent. Shale seems rather eager to speak with you all. Come and find us in the Deutera lab when you're ready. Uncanny timing indeed. Let us make for the containment complex. Heading for the containment complex? Right this way. Story! Progress! Food place. Oh, no, this is the library. My bad. Courtesy of Shale's decryption efforts, the previously inaccessible research objective section is now available for perusal. Nothing personnel, kid. For security reasons, Containment Complex 1029 has been registered as a materials distribution center. Keep this in mind and conduct yourself accordingly, both inside and outside the facility. Each employee must perform their tasks within their designated workrooms, the Researchers' Commons, the Proto Lab, or the Deutera Lab. Entrance into another workroom without official clearance is strictly prohibited. Carry your security card at all times. Your clearance level dictates the areas to which you have access. Equip your regulator at all times. Due to the highly confidential nature of the research materials and other data managed within this complex, preservation retains the ownership of and the rights to modify the memories of all registered personnel. The primary research objective of Containment Complex 1029 is the indefinite preservation of the Endless. Continued improvements to soul cell and regulator functionality are intended to facilitate the Endless Fiend's management of living memory. It is via this process of iteration that we endeavor to identify and resolve any and all issues inherent in endless creation. Chief among known issues is our present inability to control the key, for if we fail to secure the reflections as additional sources of ether, our ultimate goal will remain forever out of reach. Leadership personnel. Complex Director, Demetrius. Protolab Chief, Yosfor. Deutera Lab Chief, Redacted.
You're just in time for a progress report. The decryption is finally complete. As we suspected, the data represents a partial record of Preservation's research documents. A quick scan of the files, however, failed to turn up the information Y'shtola was after.
Indeed. No mention of the Ascians, or primal summoning techniques for that matter. While Calyx doubtless received instruction from someone possessed of such knowledge, there was naught to identify this benevolent mentor. I am, however, pleased to say that we found several reports concerning the key.
We know the key is used to open paths between worlds, and was a treasured relic of the Milala. And just as the Milala were unable to return after reaching the Mist Continent, so too was Preservation unable to gain a mastery of the prize which had passed into their possession. The data suggests that a particular formula or procedure is required. A process which Calyx appears to have understood to some degree. Yet the key proved fickle. Perfectly replicating conditions was no guarantee of success. And even when they did manage to generate a modest portal, the destination was never the one they expected. The reports practically screamed their frustration, describing the experience as being dragged around by a traveler picking roads without rhyme or reason. Serves them right, I say.
After much trial and error, Preservation began to experiment with external actuation devices for the key. Striving to maintain a stable pathway to a chosen location, they conceived of the technology that forms the gate to the Golden City.
So, their tribulations ultimately afforded them control of the key, albeit in a limited capacity, which, of course, explains why they were able to instruct Zoralja in its use, thus enabling the unprecedented feat of transferring Everkeep and its environs to the Source. After the Endless Fiend took the key unto herself, she opened pathways to other reflections in her hunt for ether, did she not?
Yeah.
The Milala merely used it to facilitate their exodus. To think what the key has now wrought in different hands.
It's almost as if it's
For
a
all we
tool.
know, the actuation device augmented the key's power beyond its intended scope. Were your goal to plunder whole worlds of their ether, a tool designed to simply transfer people would likely be insufficient.
Shale, I don't suppose you would be able to remove the actuation device?
The machine made for that very purpose is still functional, thankfully. It shouldn't be a problem.
What do you think? We don't even know how the key works. If the device is somehow interfering or amplifying its capabilities, I believe we ought to remove it.
Just pull this out of my ass.
Give me a moment.
Excuse me. Yeah, that's white aura sight. Uh-oh. Y'shtola, what do your blind eyes see?
My word.
Oh shit.
Y'shtola?
This is the first time I've beheld the key in all its unobscured glory. The sheer density is extraordinary. It is akin to the structures we saw beneath the Tempest.
Now that you mention it, the ornamentation is reminiscent of Amarot.
Have you noticed anything since the key has been in your possession?
I don't remember what that scene was from. It reminds me of Azem's crystal.
You're suggesting the key has some connection with Azem,
They
A
finally
plausible
fucking
theory.
pronounced it.
although one we are yet unequipped to prove.
My apologies. Hello? Yes, this is Cryle speaking.
Wait, it's a link shell. They know who they're contacting. You would be the only one to answer. That makes no sense.
That was Ojika with a message for us.
An urgent matter?
I'm not altogether sure. Tataru requires our counsel, and hoped to call upon us in person at the Baldessian Annex. Though disappointed we were not present, she appeared content to wait until our travels brought us back to Sharlayan, insisting that it did not merit our immediate summons. Her tone suggested otherwise, however, and Ojika felt compelled to contact us directly.
Mayhap the time has come for another journey across the Sot.
Lulu's clothes? No. It's very reminiscent of her outfit, but no.
You'd best go. Though I'll not deny that I'll be sad to see you leave.
Oh, Shale. I can't even begin to thank you for all you've done. We will be forever indebted to you and your Oblivion colleagues.
The debt is ours. We'll never forget the sacrifices you've made for us, for Alexandria. In the meantime, I shall keep sifting through the data. You'll hear as soon as I find anything of note.
Actually, I should like to stay here a little longer, if you don't mind.
You are most welcome.
And might I borrow the key for a while? I wish to study it further. With the utmost care, I assure you.
Ishtola, why you always gotta leave me, girl?
Well then, shall we be off? Ojika will be expecting us.
Who's Ojika? I'm trying to remember who Ojika is. Yeah, no, the front of her dress is not made of belts. I have her out. I have Ishtola's outfit. I have that one specifically. Because, yes, I gave them real money for my in-game dress. Trail to the heavens. Yeah, there it is. Okay, so just to reiterate the rant I saw from someone a few years ago. So the crystal of Azem that we were given that, and that name Azem was dropped back in Shadowbringers. And in that entire time, in the years after that, all through Dawn Trail or Endwalker, through all of Dawn Trail up until this very point, there has never been a cutscene, a voiced cutscene, where they dropped the name Azem. So that's something that this individual pointed out, of like so many things, like the Hrothgar. It wasn't until like I think it was Dawn Trail, a cutscene in Dawn Trail, or not Hrothgar, Rogadin. I want to say it was in Dawn Trail where there was finally a cutscene, a voiced cutscene where somebody said, basically pronounced Rogadin. It's like, it's been years. This game has been out for a decade. And you, like, if you're gonna have unique names and things like that, have early on, like when it's first introduced, have a voiced cutscene where the name is dropped so that people know how it's fucking pronounced. Yeah, January can't come on soon enough. Yep. I cannot wait for Evercold. Oh, right, I'm going to the Beldizian Annex. Hey, look, going back to Charlene. Woo! Yeah, Evercold looks fun. Looks like it's gonna be very interesting. And at some point, probably, I'm gonna try and push for like August or September of this year. Oh, hello. Yeah, I put my hand in front of my face. I know. About August, maybe September of this year, I'm planning to do a, my charity marathon of playing through, making a brand new character and playing through the entirety of FF14's main story up to current game content. And I want to do that before Evercold comes out. I was gonna do it in like July, but I have a surgery coming up in July that I kinda is gonna take me out of commission for a bit. Right, Ojika, you're Ojika. I forgot that's your fucking name. Welcome back, and what a pleasure it is to see you too, Rarity. Thank you for contacting us, Ojika. We came as soon as we could. So I don't know how Tidus is supposed to be said. I used to think I knew because of Kingdom Hearts. Wonka says it's Tidus, but then in Kingdom Hearts 2, someone says it like Titus. So which is it? It is technically Tidus. It's just like Aerith is pronounced Aerith, even though in the PS1 localization, it was spelled Eris. Her actual name is Aerith, and Tidus is pronounced Tidus. The creators have, like, the Square Enix and the official, like, character creators and everything have said it is pronounced Tidus. But it's understandable why nobody knows how his name is spelled, because he is the only named character in Final Fantasy. So Final Fantasy X was the first mainline voice acted, actually I want to say it's the first voice acted Final Fantasy game, period. And because of that, characters, names were set in stone, because like in every single Final Fantasy game before then, exactly, so in all Final Fantasy games prior, you can change the name of everybody. There are many that have an official name for what each character is called, but in FF10, because they had voice acting, characters had to have a set name, and that was going to be their set name, and you could not change their name except for Tidus. Titus, you could change his name, because if anyone remembers, or if you go back and play through the entirety of FF10, no one ever says his name. So the main character is the only one whose name you can change. I think you technically can change everybody else's, but in cutscenes, they will say the original name. But Titus, you can change his name because his name is never said. Therefore, they didn't have to have a voice recording for like 40 billion different names that people could pick. Of course, I felt it prudent, given how troubled Tataru was. Your concern is much appreciated. As it so happens, we'd reached a convenient juncture in our investigation. Shale and Ishtola have matters well in hand, leaving us free to make this trip. That's a relief to hear. Now, let me fetch Tataru for you. Why don't you take a moment to relax in the main hall? I'm sure you're all still fatigued from your journey. So, fun fact, chat. That bigger map is the original map for FF14 all through Endwalker. Which I have. My parents got it for me as a birthday gift. I still need to get it framed and hung up. But just as they got it for me, the patches came out for Endwalker, where then we got introduced to the new FF14 map that has all of Tuliolal on the left here. And so now I'm like, I need a new map.
Planning your next journey?
Oh no, just reminiscing. Thinking back to when you bought this map, and how you all encouraged me to make the voyage to Tural.
Are you glad you did?
As if you need ask.
Welcome back.
Sup, Tater Tot? Wonderful to see you again, Tataru.
I'm so glad you're here.
Ojika contacted us. He intimated that you were rather concerned. Come to think of it, Alphino said he and Alize would pay you a visit upon their return. Have you not seen them?
Oh no, they were here. I was regaled with many a tale of your Turali adventures. It was only once they departed for Garlemord that the rumors came to my attention. Rather alarmingly, void-sent sightings seem to be on the rise across the star. I was reluctant to bother you with mere hearsay, especially when you had more pressing matters to contend with. But earlier I received a confidential report from the Grand Company of Eorzea. It's as if a mighty dam has been breached, flooding the land with foul creatures. For a blessing, most nations have managed to keep the invaders in check, and casualties appear to be minimal thus far. though the same cannot be said for those regions with a deeper connection to the void. Their fissures continue to manifest without end, putting countless innocents in danger.
A deeper connection to the void. Garlemald is the home of the Reapers, is it not?
It is. Alphino and Alizé were there when the trouble began, and have since sent word that the situation has taken a dreadful turn.
A short while earlier in Tertium. One sec, Dream. I'll read it after the cutscene. Mop.
Thus concludes the abridged account of our time in Taral. Now I shall leave you with the words of the late Dawn Servant, Galul Jajar. Ignorance begets strife. Understanding begets fellowship. A notion that rings true for Eorzeans no less than it does for the diverse peoples of Tuliolal.
And for Garleans as well. Even sharing something as simple